Hi everybody. I did one of these updates a few months ago and I was asked if I'd do them slightly more regularly because it's an easy way for people to understand what's happening with the business and for me to give a bit of an update. So I wanted to start firstly by saying thank you very much for everyone's efforts in our last financial year. Obviously our year ended at the end of September. It was a challenging year from a market perspective. I think volumes in the market overall are probably 10 to 15% down, and we're unfortunately not immune to that, but we've battled really, really well and we've outperformed our competitors again, which is obviously what we do in MKM, and that's testament to everybody in the business and the hard work that's gone on over those last 12 months. So huge thank you for that. Really appreciate everybody's efforts in terms of that. So whilst the last 12 months have been a challenge, and I think you'll have all seen that at a local level, any of us that have been in construction for a long time, and some of us too long to remember, which I'm one of them, know that it's a very cyclical environment. So it's a bit of a roller coaster. With the ups come the downs, and vice versa. So since 2019, we've obviously had the COVID pandemic where it was crazy times for everybody inside and outside of work. We then had the post-pandemic boom, and then following that we've obviously had a very depressed period. We are starting to see some green shoots. They're small at the minute, so I think we're hearing from lots of our customers that new sites are starting and things are just getting a little bit more positive. I suspect it may take 3, 6, 9 months for us to really feel that, but I know that as a business we're great at when the upturn comes. We didn't make any big redundancies or anything like that some of our competitors, and I explained that last time, and the whole reason being is that when the market comes back we've got great people ready to take that and to make sure that we're kind of first out of the blocks and giving fantastic customer service. I think what's key from now over this period is just stay as close as we can to our customers. They're everything to us. They're so important. You guys that work in the business and the customers are what makes MKM so special. So stay as close as we can to customers, so when they do get busier and the world starts becoming a bit more positive, that we can really take advantage of that and push on again. We have obviously had the recent budget. I think there's some things in there that are going to be helpful to our sector, particularly around social housing. So again, if we've got customers that are more biased in that area, it'd be good, to get even closer with them, because there is going to be greater opportunities in that space. We have just done the pay rise, which I committed to last time I did one of these updates, and we are still committed to looking again to do a further pay rise in April 2025. So hopefully the market gives us that buoyancy to allow us to do that, but that's certainly our commitment to review that again, as it was last time I gave this update. For year we got to branch number 130. I'm stood in it now. It's in Rotherham. It probably looks pretty much like the previous video because our fantastic showrooms look quite similar, but I'm actually in Rotherham. Rotherham was number 130. Why does that matter? Well, I guess in essence it doesn't really matter to anybody else because you're not working in Rotherham, and it doesn't matter to some extent that we've got 130 to us. And what's really important to us is that we are the best in the local area that we can be. So we want to be the best in Aberdeen and the best in Plymouth when we open next year, and the best in Rotherham and the best in Nottingham, Hull, wherever we are. We want to be the best merchant in that local area. We're just lucky that we've got lots of people that want to keep opening MKMs for us and be the best in their local area. So you will see more openings. We will slow down ever so slightly this next financial year, maybe open between 6 and 8. And the reason being obviously because of the market being as in the situation that it's in that I've spoken to. So the next 4 that are going to open across January and February are Bangor in North Wales, Bridgend in South Wales, Plymouth and Cheltenham. So they're the next 4 on our cards. Following on from that, quite quickly will be Wolverhampton, and after that we're not sure exactly which ones are going to come next. So we've got 5 exciting ones opening at the beginning of 2025 to take us to 135 and really allow us to push on again from that. What's really key for me to reiterate again is how important everybody in the business is. We've all got loved ones outside of work, whether they're friends, families, pets. It's so important that we go home safely. So I'm not going to apologise for talking about the importance of health and safety again. We're coming into the winter period. The conditions, particularly on the roads and in the yard, become more difficult. It's darker, the terrain underfoot can be wet, can be icy, etc. Please, just don't take any risks. Don't do anything that's going to put you in a position that can end up hurting yourself or hurting someone else. It's just not worth it. I'll say it again, and I've said it many times. There's nothing, absolutely nothing, that you ever need to do that means that you should risk your own safety. There's just nothing. There's no point in it. It's just a false economy in terms of rushing and doing something and hurting yourself or hurting someone else. So please take care of yourselves and take care of each other and make sure that everybody goes home safe. So the last thing I wanted to say, I'm hopefully going to be the first person to say this, but it's equally saying it in November feels a little bit wrong. I'm not going to do another of these updates before Christmas. So for those of you that celebrate, I just wanted to wish you and your families a really happy Christmas. Thank you again for all the effort that you put into MKM. I'm wishing all of you the very best for 2025. Thank you.